So we have this mid-grey leather jacket in, which is quite badly faded, as you can clearly see. When you come along here on the arms and the cuff areas, all the way along the arm, as you can see, it's pretty badly faded. All along seam areas, zip areas, all the way up the edges, on the opposite arm, including the rear of the jacket. Everything is very badly scuffed on all the seams and the edges, as you can see. So we're going to do a complete full colour restoration on this. The transformation is going to look absolutely outstanding, and we're going to do the next stages for you, and that's going to be the prepping with the alcohol. So as you can see, we have some pretty badly scuffed areas all the way around these edges, and obviously main colour loss on the body as well, and we're going to be using the alcohol cleaner to do our prep work, along with a bamboo pad to do the prepping. Obviously we're dealing with a lamb napper, so we have to be extremely careful that we don't damage the surface in the prep stage. That is why we use the bamboo pad and the alcohol cleaner. So with the prep stages, what we've got to do is to get the alcohol cleaner onto the pad, like so. So we're going to pour that on, just like this, and then we're just going to wipe over the surface, like so. What this is doing, this is degreasing, it's getting rid of all grease, grime, silicones and everything else that is on the surface, and it's just preparing the finish to allow us to put new colour back onto the surface once again. And this is going to be carried out obviously to the full item. So you've just got to make sure that you give it a really good going over to ensure that you can remove all the grease and grime on the surface. You've got to get into everything, obviously. So everywhere that you can think of, you've got to prep that over and ensure that what you're doing is the results that you're getting. Obviously, we've got to get right inside the pockets. So again, the results that you're getting have got to be good enough for the new colour to adhere. But you've got to make sure that you've prepped the surface properly to remove all the grease, grime and dirt that's on the surface. Because if you do not prep it properly, then your colour is not going to adhere correctly and you're going to end up with a poor job at the end of it. Just make sure that you get it prepped over properly. Give it a really good prep over. The good thing with this is the colour that goes on doesn't affect the stitching. It won't rot the stitching. What we're doing, being an alcohol based, it's actually cleaning the stitching up as well. So that actually helps quite enormously. So it removes all the debris, dirt and grime that's trapped in there as well. But you just got to make sure that this is completely prepped fully before we can apply the new colour on the surface. Just make sure you're going to get a little bit of colour coming off, as you're going to see. So I mean, that's all you've got to do, just to go over the whole surface like that with the alcohol cleaner and just do the full item that way using the alcohol cleaner. Once you've obviously done the full item, you can then leave that to dry naturally and we can then proceed to the colouring stages. One of the particular areas that you've got to pay close attention to, there's a couple of areas on a jacket that you've got to pay really close attention to when you're prepping. Obviously one of them is going to be like under the armpit area, because you've got to make sure that any grease, you know, like sweat and stuff like that and odour is completely removed in that prep stages. It's very, very important that this is thoroughly done and that this is potentially done, you know, several times in this particular area, just to ensure that you are getting rid of any sweat that could have got into the leather that's coming through the surface, because it can do that. So that's just like a little top tip for you to bear in mind when you're colouring a leather jacket, is to make sure this area is very, very thoroughly done. And don't just sort of do the lower area here. You've got to make sure you do part of the arm as well, because it can sweat, you can get sweat stains appearing in this particular area as well. Now another area to pay close attention to is things like the cuff areas themselves. So this here, so where this has obviously clearly been folded back, You know, you are going to get like a build-up of things around here, and you're going to get dirt and grime trapped inside the cuff as well. So again, you know, make sure that obviously where you're doing the cuff, where it's been folded over, as you can see, because I'd imagine this was folded like so. So just make sure that this is going to trap dirt and grime in here. This is going to get a build-up of grease and grime on here. So make sure that again is very thoroughly checked. Another area that you're going to get a lot of build-up of sweat is the collar area. So this collar area is going to get a lot of build-up of sweat. So again, you've got to make sure that this has a really good clean on the surface to remove any sweat that you're going to get on this, you know, penetrating into the leather itself. So give this a really good clean over to ensure that this is going to be perfect, you know, sweat free, because if you don't, you're just going to get adhesion problems, you know, with your colour going on there, because it's not going to be wanting to stick to the surface, because the grease, you know, from the sweat, you know, will actually stop that from adhering to the surface. So give this a really good prep over multiple times. As you can see, we're getting some dirt as well as some colour coming off there. So that is another top tip area that you've got to pay very close attention to. So now the only way we can get deep inside the pockets is to use a paintbrush with a small amount of paint on the end, and what we're going to have to do is to hold the fabric up and paint inside so that we get no paint on the actual fabric areas itself. That way we ensure evenness of colour is applied to the bottom of the item. We've obviously got a small piece of tape on the inside, but we just get the colour right deep down into the bottom of the pocket, and then we dry with the hairdryer. Obviously, once that's coloured and dried, that is as it is. It's a mixture of the dye is a product to give it like a semi-aniline finish again, like it would have had originally on this jacket when it was made. So now we're on to the colouring stage. So this is the special mix that we've got here made up, and we've got some here in the pot. And what we're going to do now is apply the first coating with the brush. So this needs to be really thin so that we get this right into all the sort of grain area, and to apply a very, very thin coat. A lot of the mistakes people make when they are applying colorant to a leather item, in particular a semi-aniline like this, is they overload it with paint and get it too thick, and that is the wrong thing to do. You need to make sure that what you're applying is really nice and thin, and that is the purpose of what we're doing here. So we've got all these worn edges which we need to get done. So again, we just need to get a really thin coating on here all the way around. Just skip around the button for now, the popper. That's absolutely fine. We just need to get a really thin coating over the surface so that it colours the areas that we need to colour. Obviously, we've already done all inside the pocket already. But as you can see, with a really nice thin coating on there, it's covered beautifully. That is the beauty of having very high quality professional products that the public can get their hands on, so that you can get direct, to the public with professional products that colour in no time whatsoever with ease perfectly. So obviously little areas like these, you've got to make sure that you can get right into them, get underneath there with the brush and get right underneath those seams. But the key to this with everything is less is more. So the less you put on, the better that it's going to be. That is always the best option. Less is more. So now we just need to carry on going over the item with the brush and the colour. Again, you do not want to go applying this thick. It is thin amount, because you need to make sure this still feels silky soft when it's done. So again, we're taking most of the paint off and it's virtually dry what we're putting on. That's the purpose of what we've got to do, is just to get the colour, enough colour on there to colour over the areas, and then we can obviously swap to the next sort of process that we've got to do. But the key to this is just getting this as thin as possible. That way you still end up with what feels like a beautifully soft lamb napper leather jacket with a similar effect of what it would have had on it originally when it was made and tanned in the tannery before the jacket was actually constructed. So again, get onto here. Obviously the thinner you put it on as well, the more realistic it's going to look, feel, and also the less risk you have of paint peeling, because the last thing you want to do is to get this colour on and put it on too thickly, and then you're going to get peeling because it's not bonded correctly. To get this to bond, the less that you put on, the better the bond that you're going to create between the surface and this product that is going on there. So with a semi-aniline, you've got like a lot of sort of clear with a very small amount of pigmentation paint in it, which is what we've got here that we're trying to recreate on the surface of this mid-grey leather jacket. And to be fair, we're getting that coloured beautifully, and again, because of the fine paintbrush that we're using, you get absolutely zero streaks in the surface and you're not overloading the product, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. So that's exactly what we're going to do to the full item to restore the colour on this leather jacket. So we're now on to the final two panels to colour. As you can clearly see, they are pretty scuffed and faded along those edges, and in the centre of the panel and things is all sorts of colour loss. So again, you've got to be, less is more. With this, again, it'll probably want a couple of coats, but we'll show you how to do the first one. It doesn't matter how it goes on because the paint completely self-levels. So that's the beauty of this particular paint. The main thing with this is making sure that you get the paint into all of the nooks and crannies and the grain structure of the actual leather jacket itself. It's got to get right deep down into that grain for sure. So just keep applying. Make sure that when you're applying, you finish off with straight lines, like so. So it's just like very, very lightly over the surface. So any sort of unevenness, you are actually leveling that out as you go along. So again, get it into all of these creases. Make sure it gets into all of those as a first sort of port of call. Again, don't overload it on seams because that can seep through the actual join line and go onto and into the fabric lining. So if you happen to have a patterned fabric lining, say for argument's sake on a designer leather jacket, that is the last thing you want to do, is to get all of the colour going through that seam and creating a huge issue on the actual fabric lining itself. But so again, we're going to finish off nice even strokes. That just levels out any of the colouring where we've just gone over and done that in a circular crisscross motion. The reason why we do it in a circular crisscross motion is because it gets deep into the grain and gives us that lovely, beautiful, even finish. So that is how we recolour a leather jacket, and we're going to flip it over now and show you the front. So there we go. As you can see, perfectly coloured, no scuffing, scratches or colour loss. Back to factory fresh, looking absolutely amazing. That is how you colour a leather jacket. You can use one of our DIY kits to do this. Any further help that you need, please don't hesitate to contact us. leatherrepaircompany.com